We are here and we are strong. Let's be counted as we move on. Make a difference, change lives as we tell our different stories. We are capable, beautiful. We are born to do great things. We're unstoppable, incredible, 'cause we're differently abled, differently.
Hello there and a warm welcome on Able Differently. This is the program where we take charge.
And in today's episode, we feature individuals whose lives will touch you to the core.
Remember to send in your comments or suggestions through the line 20154 starting with the word Channel 1. I'm your host Jane Theory.
And I'm Benson Mungai.
Welcome.
'Cause we're differently abled, differently.
Ratification of the Africa Deaf Athletic Championships took place on 28th of August at Kasarani grounds in preparation for the upcoming games. Our team was on location to cover the event, and this is what they compiled for us.
Confederation of Africa Deaf Sports converged at the Kasarani grounds on 28th August to ratify the Africa Deaf Athletics Championships that are set to take place from 16th to 22nd September. Being first of its kind, various countries have already confirmed their participation.
Already, we have 17 countries. Those who have confirmed are around 10.
Having had the honors of being the host, Kenya has set a very good example for others to follow.
I'm happy to see the world coming to Kenya, the first Africa Games, and Kenya is the host. This is key to other countries to follow Kenya.
So far, Kenya has exhibited unlimited possibilities in different games, and this is expected to be no different.
Motivated us. Kenya has been participating in Deaf Olympics for many years, and we have good performance. So we suggested to host the athletic championship. So we see that the card allowed us to host these games.
Even though Paralympics has been recognized and supported by the government, the Confederation of Africa Deaf Sports wishes for the Deaf Olympics to be treated as a separate entity so as to give room for inclusivity.
What is important, it's security to be smooth for the countries. Number two, the deaf also who are participating. This is the word they need to be seen. Kenya can lead. So if there is no good leadership, things won't go well. But I believe Kenya will lead well. Everything here will go well, smoothly.
Thank you.
There are so many deaf people, different countries, that want to come to Kenya. And also I'm waiting to show many countries government have supported. They are not fully supported, but I congratulate Kenya for the support. And they need to show this and through the support.
Okay.
Many countries like Kenya, Algeria, South Africa, there are few countries that have experience in sport, and they have good partnership with the government. But majority of the countries not, they have problem because the government are not funding. Many federation for the deaf are under Paralympics. And the Paralympics, when they get the money, they leave the deaf aside for a long time. So we have been waiting for them to give us money, but nothing has been happened. They have been looking at their side.
'Cause we're differently abled, differently.
Let's take a short break and we'll be right back with more. Don't go too far.
'Cause we're differently abled, differently.
Welcome back. Lazarus Omsule had problems with his eyes which failed completely and he became blind. Today, he's an adaptive ICT teacher at the Kenya Institute for the Blind, and this is his story.
Lazarus Omusule is a family man. He was born just like any other child, but as he grew up, he lost his sight.
So I acquired my disability about 12 or so years back, courtesy of genetic condition that makes the retina, which is the back side of the eye, to start dying. So my disability is for eyes, for sight, and it started like low vision, and well about maybe 10 or so years before, I had to be depending on somebody. 5 years before losing my sight, I was actually walking around with somebody holding my hand, and of course I didn't have a white cane then, because of course lack of information. So we were walking around with a friend, and sometime now being a computer technician, somebody will call, come and repair for me my computer. And when I report, we are two of us. So anyway, he would wonder what is the issue. But of course that was an indicator that I was not well. I know that I went bad because it was just an indicator that I was on my way losing sight. With the time, that was around 2007, 2008, that is when my sight gave in and I was not now able to use even my little sight to be independent. So that's when I became clinically blind. I started now relying on the use of a white cane.
Moving from one doctor to another in desire to find out what had befallen him, he found a doctor who explained everything to him.
He did observe me, and then he now brought me to the knowledge. Because again, these medics, what I like of them, some of them, they will measure your capability to receive the news. So of course I told this guy, you go ahead and drop the bomb, whatever it is. I'm a person who likes to receive information as is. So he did tell me that, the way I'm observing your eye, I'm seeing this condition, and that with the time you're going to lose your sight. So in other words, I got to know that information well about 5 years before I actually lost sight. So after he gave me that, now of course I was working with that information, just at the bottom of my heart, wondering. Of course, like we all know, one day we will die. But we really don't know what death feels like. So it is one thing to be told you will die, and it's another one for the death to do occur. So when I was told about I was going to lose sight, yes, I was like, I have to prepare. But of course I was like, how? Because that is a question I will assure anybody. Even if you are told you will die, we really never know how do we prepare.
In 2008, it was confirmed that his sight is no more. The society came in with different reactions in regards to his sight loss. However, he managed to get over it. According to him, he is happy to have gone through both sides of having and losing sight.
My friend smokes the cigarette, so he was like, let me look for a puff from the corner here. So out of his looking for a puff, that's when we saw some signposts written Kenya Institute for the Blind. We entered in and we asked. So luckily I go to the gate man who was very positive, received me, told me, no, don't talk from outside, enter in. So I entered in. He told me, what's the problem? I told him, oh, my eyes, still looking pitiful of myself. He told me, no, you don't ask from the door, go to the reception. The reception to the teachers. So I was at Kenya Institute for the Blind for about 2 hours that day. So I came and I listened, and they showed me, they told me, no, there is still hope, there is life, even the other side of darkness.
His hard work and discipline at the Kenya Institute for the Blind earned him a job, he says.
So when I used to come for rehab here, I also did not know that the institution was keenly observing my performance, and that they were also interested in my skill. So I did my rehab for about 6 months or 1 year, 6 months to 1 year, and then after that, that is now when the institution made an offer to me. They told me that if I don't mind, they could give me a class to run.
Lazarus lost his sight when in marriage. The most difficult part is to explain to the family of his condition. However, she was supportive in every way.
I thank God my children, by the time I was losing sight, they were still very young, because I think my firstborn was born 2006, so that she was not very conscious of what was happening. So they've just grown, and they've been socialized to know that Daddy has been blind. But I thank God we've been having sessions with seminars, workshops for me, and I've also tried to recruit them to come along, so that they also need counseling. They also need, even the caregiver, my wife, she also needs to be taken with the respect that she deserves, because my wellness depends on the stability of a caregiver. So in fact, we've started something that we are trying to help caregivers to be sober. Otherwise, you help the victim and leave the caregiver messed up. So otherwise, my family has adjusted to that. For purposes of training, for me, when I did lose sight, the skills I had were sufficient enough. In fact, I came in, I'm the one who started the program for adapted ICT training at Kenya Institute for the Blind. They had been waiting for a tutor for like 3-4 years back when I was coming in, because I was given students who had been waiting for the same program. And I've been, we thank God through His grace, we've been able to help many. Now we are getting quite large admissions of people coming to do adapted ICT at Kenya Institute for the Blind. My general advice to
The adjustment in visual impairment came in with mixed reactions. He, however, managed to make adjustments and fit in the community.
the adjustment to my new life was, of course, dramatic, as you would expect. For me, of course, the environment has got how it responds to the whole story, and I also had to make adjustments. For me, I started now to get to the awareness of the harshness of what it really means to be living with a disability in a society where people lack awareness, so that people are referring to you using you realize the terminologies that we found around, a lot of them are very rough. So people are referring to you as kipofu, people are calling you mgonjwa, they're calling you are sick, or you're blind, and when they say you're blind, some of them are using it in an abusive way. They are not using it with respect. They're just like, na hii kipofu inatafuta nini, the kind of attitude they have.
It's from this that his faith grew in God. His parting shot to those who are able differently is drawn from the Lord's words.
The Holy Book, it will talk about persons with disabilities. Take time to just understand them, what they are, and the etiquette, the behavior, your responses. Because remember, these are human beings. These are people. We are not animals. We're human beings. We need the regard. We need to be given a chance to participate in the development of this society. You know, if you met me on the streets walking, you would just see a kipofu. But I'm sure when you sit and listen to me talk, you know, that I'm a human being. And so therefore, give us the space, the chance. Employers, please give us a chance to work. If you're walking in the streets, if you see somebody stranded, help them. Now the people with the disabilities, don't create an idol, don't worship your disability. It will make you lose focus in life. Make sure you have your attention focused in God.
'Cause we're differently abled, differently.
Vincent Radeo was diagnosed with jaundice. This was detected after they noticed slow milestones in terms of achievement. The journey has been quite a challenge for both Radeo and his mother. Take a look at that story.
Vincent Radeo is the fourth born in a family of 6. When the mother was pregnant with him, she developed pressure which prompted her immediate hospital admission. Doctors on call that day decided that to save both lives, the child had to be delivered prematurely. And at only 1.5 kilograms, Vincent was born.
Nikimzaa kweli ilikuwa shida. Nilidevelop pressure, ikawa iko serious. Sasa nikaenda hospitali Pumwani, nikawa admitted kwa siku 2, wakanitoa huko wakani refer Kenyatta hospital. Sasa huko ndio nilifanywa, alikuwa ni wa kutolewa sababu pressure ilikuwa nyingi sana. Sasa wakati ilifikia wamtoe, wakitolewa alitoka kilo chache, kilo 1 alikuwa 1.5. Ikabidi apelekwe nursery. Kupelekwa nursery, akawa kuna ugonjwa inaitwa jaundice. Tena ikawa badilishwe damu itolewe awekwe damu nyingine. Alikuwa badilishwa, alitolewa damu yake ya mwili akawekwa damu nyingine. Lakini kutoka huko alikuwa mtoto mzuri, yani sikuona kama ataweza kuwa na shida. Alianza kukua vizuri, kukula vizuri, kunyonya vizuri. Sasa mimi nilijua shida wakati alikuwa anaanza kukaa.
Although he looked healthy in his early months, Vincent started having challenges reaching his milestones in time, which raised concern.
Sasa hawezi kaa vizuri, anakaa akilemewa na anajipeleka na mgongo sasa. Ndio hapo nilijua hapo na shida.
The mother was advised to start therapy classes for him immediately. Without a doubt, due to delayed milestones, he joined Mathare Special School at the age of 9 years.
Nilikuwa na mama rafiki yangu, pia yeye alikuwa ni mtoto kama huyo. Na yeye walikuwa ameshaanza shule. Yeye ndiye alini advice. Nikaenda kule, wale pia hawakunisumbua. Ilikuwa shule ndio inaanza, walikuwa nataka watoto. Walikuwa nataka watoto waende. Lakini vile huyu pia alikuwa sasa amefika miaka na amepita, wakamchukua tu, hawakunisumbua.
His mother had hopes of improvement, especially now that he had joined school, but it came with its own share of challenges.
Unajua sasa inalingana hata pia mwalimu ako naye kwa darasa. Unapata mwingine hapendi mtoto, mwingine anafurahia anapenda watoto kama hawa. Inalingana na mwalimu pia. Kuna wakati pia nilipata shida na mwalimu mmoja, lakini walikuja wakaji nini peke yao. Sasa akatolewa kwa hiyo darasa, mwingine akawekwa.
Vincent is 20 years old, but his mother is still hopeful that her son will one day walk.
Mimi kwa fikira zangu huwa naona kama atatembea. Hiyo ndio nakili, si unaona sio mbaya vile. Kuna vile pia ana sense na anafikiria. Sasa naonaga kuna vile Mungu atafungua njia.
She speaks of discrimination she has faced while raising her son.
Wanaongeleleanga nje. Kuna mwingine alisema nje huko na nikaambiwa, hiyo mama, mimi siwezi kwenda kwake. Nikienda kwake huyo mtoto wake anakuja kunigusa ananishika. Mimi sitaki kwenda kwa huyo mama. Na ni mtu alikuja kunielezea tu. Lakini yule ameniface tu. hakuna.
Although her husband was not supportive initially, he has learned to accept his son with time.
Yenyewe kuna wakati alikuwa hata mgeni akiingia hataki mtoto akae karibu, anataka sijui ufiche huyu mtoto, lakini yote niliweka kwa Mungu. Nikasema Mungu, mimi napendaka hata watu wa kanisa wakiingia, mtoto wangu anakaa pamoja na watu wa maombi. Ilikuweko mwanzo ilikuwa, lakini siku hizi amezoea na amekubali.
One of the biggest challenges she faces is that of traveling with Vincent. Vincent barely has any teeth in his mouth due to the medication administered over time. She called out to parents with special needs children and the government as well to play their part in taking care of their needs.
'Cause we're differently abled, differently.
Let's take a look at the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability.
Article 6 of the UN Convention states that state parties recognize that women and girls with disabilities are subject to multiple discrimination, and in this regard shall take measures to ensure the full and equal enjoyment by them of all human rights and fundamental freedoms.
The quote of the day, we look at the saying that goes, if you want to go fast, walk alone. But if you want to go far, walk in a group. What's your take on that, Ben?
This saying simply means that if you work in isolation, you have monopoly of ideas.
Sure.
So you can only achieve very little within a very long period of time. But when you are in a team, you have different ideas from different people. So you are able to achieve very much within a very short period of time.
I couldn't agree more. That's why we come to the end of the program today. But before we leave,
We'd like to pay our special tribute to one of our presenter, Audrey Chibole, who passed on last week. Our heartfelt condolences goes to the family and friends. Rest in peace, Audrey.
till we meet again, I'm your host, Jen Theory.
And I'm Benson Mungai. Bye.